Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. 3 minutes past the hour on this 31st day of July, the last day of July. Turn up Thursday, turn down for what? Tomorrow, it's August. Oh my goodness, where are y'all looking at the time? Where did the year go? Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building from 100 BLK, the Black Station. You can catch us on all social media platforms at the JDMS, except YouTube. On YouTube, we're at 100 BLK Media. You can go to our website, www.the100blk.com. It is hashtag truth be told / JD Live, your early morning. Get up, get up. It's time to wake up. Oh, wake up. Turn up Thursday. Turn down for what? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes past the hour. Man. Woo, I'm trying to figure out where this year went because August is here. Football season is right there. Be exact, before you know it, it'll be back in full swing, collegiate and professional football. Who your team? Who you with? That's what I need to know. Who you with? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Who you with? I see my girl Jewel Wall in the building. Listen, we are broadcasting live on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Going to be soon broadcasting live to Twitter, X, and to TikTok, along with we'll be streaming on Twitch. So you can catch us all over the place. We are in the building. 5 minutes past the hour. How are you doing? A lot of stuff to get into conversation with today. We see our folks on YouTube and our people on Instagram. Good morning to all our grandmas and all our tubers. What's happening? What is happening? Turn up Thursday. Friday Junior is here. Friday Junior is here. Good morning, Willie Pickens. I see you in the building. I see you in the building. Well, listen, family. I wanted to kind of start this Turn Up Thursday a little different and tell you that it's going to be okay. I just needed to say that. I know somebody is watching right now and they feeling like, it's not going to be. It's going to be okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. Stop overthinking the situation. Stop sitting there and worrying yourself and putting yourself in a position that your blood pressure high, you ain't feeling good. All this ease in your life is bringing on diseases in your body. So a man thinketh, so is he. Start saying to yourself, listen, understand it's a little turbulent time. Understand the water done got a little choppy. It's going to pass, y'all. It's going to pass. And right on cue, while I'm here telling you it's going to be okay, you know what you need in your life? Some positivity. And the only person I know that can bring that positivity is the queen of pimping positivity herself. You know her from her very own podcast, In the Passenger Seat with Alethea Crimmins. I tell you, every time I show up here, I ain't showing up by myself. I always show up with some friends. So y'all put your hands together for the lovely Miss Alethea Crimmins, because she's in the building. Good morning, Alethea. How you doing?
Good morning. I am awake. Whew, I'm
Amen.
awake.
It is another beautiful day. Uh, Thankful to see you here. I was just trying to tell our audience, listen, I get it. I get it. Stop overthinking. Stop worrying about it. It's going to be okay. This too, whatever it is, this too shall pass. It's gonna be all right. I think too many people out there overthinking. You know, we do laugh and clown and talk about crazy stuff and stuff like I don't know what her nickname is now, the welfare queen or whatever. You know, I still don't understand how you can have a business that done made $9.5 million. You trying to hustle the system, but some folks do that. That's they think. Like you say, you got to have that you got to be on confidence lane like you are. You got to say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it the right way. And I'm going to be thankful for the wins I get. Guess what? Every win don't have to be posted. Every victory don't have to be put out on social media. Sometimes you just got to win in silence and just keep moving. Because I asked the question, and let me ask you the question, because I think you answered it on my post. I got into a heated debate a few days ago anyway. How many chuggas before the choo choo? I need to know how many chuggas before the choo. How many?
Four.
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 Okay. And that with confidence. Four. Four. Okay. It's four. I'm still trying to find out how many chuggas before the choo choo. That's you got to be doing what I do every day to even get that joke. But Lord have mercy, how many chuggas for the choo choo? Speaking about the choo choo on this Thursday, which is Friday Junior. Turn up Thursday, turn down for what? Family, I got to say it again, and maybe it's just me. I got to figure out when these prices are going to do what the man who got elected in office said they're going to do. Now, somebody said, I didn't say it, nor did I make them say it, but somebody said, as soon as I get in, I promise you, grocery prices going to drop. I need a button that goes, eh. As soon as I get in, gas prices going to drop. I should find a button and go, eh. As soon as I get in, your wages are going to go up. I should hit a triple A. And what the hell, Barry? You see him? Miami, Florida's finest. Brother Buckeye is in the building. Good morning, Scholar.
Good morning, Joe. How's everything?
Everything's everything, baby.
I see you feeling real Southern University today, man.
Bro, we will be on the football field. I'm actually leaving for Atlanta on the 21st of August, and I will be back on the sidelines, geared up, hoodied up, mic'd up on the 23rd for the SWAC MEAC Challenge. So all my folk from the MEAC, Jay Skywalker, you know, once again, Jay, I'm coming for you. I'm coming to tell you, just like they let your boy Shannon Sharp go, I'm coming to let you know that we coming in. And now we need to talk about this for a minute, but I'm going to tell you, Jay Walker, you and them Howard Bisons, we taking out the MEAC, North Carolina Central. You will be our first victim. The Jaguars are coming.
You sound like Muhammad, Joe. You sound like Muhammad, Joe.
Jaguars are coming.
Good morning, beautiful Alethea, with that beautiful accent.
How are you?
Lovely, baby.
But I like how you started off talking about like overthinking and things like that, because oftentimes that is what we do, especially in a time like this. That's all that we seem to do is overthink, and I am guilty of that too sometimes, because it is hard, and oftentimes we feel like our situation is the end all be all. And what I often tell people is, never let your current situation determine your final destination, because just because it's looking a certain kind of way right now does not mean that it's going to look that way forever. But you have to also have the mindset to want to change it.
That part. Listen, that was real talk. You know, don't let what you see on social media make you feel like you haven't arrived, that you're not making it. Sometimes we allow what comes into our eye gates and our ear gates kind of take where we going. Guess what? Folk on social media over half, 75% of the stuff you see on social media is fake. Them folk ain't doing that good. They struggling every day just like you. However, what they are doing is they're moving forward in a positive mindset of, I'm not going to show you the bad, I'm going to show you the good. And for that, I want to applaud them. Because guess what? I need to see positivity. I need to have some positivity in my life. Because guess what? When you really look at it around you, sometimes it's not a lot of positive things happening. However, somebody needs to tell you the truth that everything going to be okay. You've been through this before. Guess what? Yesterday, somebody blessed my soul. They said, son, either you're going through a storm, coming out the storm, or waiting for the next storm to arrive. And you got to know how to settle yourself in those periods in between to enjoy the good days when they're there. Man, that old woman who was probably about 80 some years old, and I hugged that old lady and I told her, ma'am, if I didn't need that today, my name ain't Joe. She just enjoy the time in between, because she said you can't stop the storm. Either one, you just left out of one. She said might not be another one for a few years. But she said another one coming. She said it always gonna rain, baby. And she said when it rains, just learn how to pop your umbrella and don't get too wet. Because it's gonna stop one day and everything gonna be all right. Stop overthinking stuff, family. I feel it in my spirit. Some of y'all out there, y'all worrying yourself to death. That's why you got high blood pressure, heart attacks. That's why you're going through all these diseases, because there is a dis-ease in your mind. There is a dis-ease. You are diseased in your mind, and that dis-ease in your mind is manifesting to diseases in your body. Stop overthinking it. It's gonna be all right. So a man thinketh. So a man thinketh. So is he. Start telling yourself, I'm all right. Start telling yourself you healed. Some of you out there, y'all sick. Y'all need to stop going, oh, I'm sick. They do good. Stop telling yourself that you poor. Start saying it every day, man. It ain't showed up yet, but I'm wealthy beyond my wildest dream. And I'm going to take my wealth to be a blessing, not only to myself, my family, but to everyone around me. Start speaking positive. What you say, make it manifest, because if you don't say it, it won't show up. I'm just saying.
Just because it hasn't happened does not mean it's not happening. And that's what people also need to realize. Just because you don't see that it happened does not mean that it is not happening. And one thing I love about a storm is, if storms never came into our lives, then we would never know what a rainbow looked like. So I appreciate my storms, because I know that my rainbows come afterwards. But there also is a purpose for the storm, because we living out here, we know now that when a storm comes, we know how to prepare. So every storm, you learn something from it, so that the next storm you're going to be prepared. So you know what to do to handle the next storm. Like you said, we've been through storms before. We've been through storms already. In every single storm, we've learned how to prepare for the next one. And that storm didn't take you out. That storm did not take you out. So you have another chance. You have overcome time and time again, because at that point that you thought that that last thing was going to take you out, you overcame it. So you know that you have the tools to overcome the next time. Not count yourself out and think that you cannot do it because you've done it before. So the only person that's telling you that you can't do it again is you.
That's it.
So fix your mindset. Fix your mindset.
That's it.
Yeah. I think
Good
it's
morning.
beneficial. I think it's beneficial if we actually I do this thing, I call it a detox. I do one every week, every month, and every year. So for a week, only one day a week, I only eat fruits and vegetables. Nothing else. Just one day a week. And I ain't telling you to do it, but it just helped me out with me. For one day a month, I don't spend no money and I don't leave my house. One day a month. And then for 1 month a year, I don't go on social media. You have to detox some of these things like on multiple levels. So, say for instance, like me not eating fruits and vegetables. I mean, me eating fruits and vegetables once a month and get rid of all of the beef, pork. Well, I don't eat pork, but rice, everything that possibly had bacteria in it. And it may not cure everything, but it's a start. You know, me not spending money, it's a start for me saving money, focusing, figure out what's gonna be my next chess move, and me detox from social media. I don't have to worry about nobody problems, drama, who's fighting on Love and Hip Hop, who podcast got broad, Shannon Sharp sleeping with young white girls.
Hey, so we're gonna talk
And
about
matter of
that.
fact,
When
last year I did 3 months of no social media because I
yeah,
was
hey,
battling depression
hey,
real bad.
everybody needs a good fast in their life. I call that not only a detox, I call that a fast. That's when you crave a thing, but you say to yourself, no, I'm gonna fight my craving and I'm gonna let the spiritual me be bigger than the physical me. I just wanted to say this, just in case no one told some of you today. You know you worth having around. I like having some of you around. And guess what? Some of you who I don't like having around, I still like having y'all around too, because y'all remind me of who I need to have around and who I don't need to have around. You know, y'all are worthy for commitment. Y'all are worthy to be loved. Y'all are worthy to be who you are. I am so proud of some of you. And those of you that I'm not proud of, I believe that there's some things that you're going to do to bring about a change that I can say, you know what? I see good in you. Because guess what? Everybody don't like me. I understand that. I ain't everybody's cup of tea or coffee or Tennessee whiskey, as they say. The brother Bowtie always mess with me because he know I'm from the great
Yeah.
state of Tennessee. But guess what? I understand that. I do what I do from the heart. I do what I do because I love my people. And guess what? The way I love my people might not be the way you want me to love my people. Or the things I speak about might not be the way you want me to speak about them. I respect whatever you respect. I don't have to agree with you to do what I do and do it in a way that I feel like I'm good with me. Stop trying to people please everybody. And guess what? Do what you know that God told you to do and what is good with you. If it sets good in your soul, forget what folk got to say. Because guess what? Here's what I've come to discover. Bowtie and Alethea will testify to this. When it comes down to it, most of the folks that you trying to get their attention, they love, and they support will never support you.
Mm.
They will never love you. They will never uplift you. To be exact, I got a test for some of y'all today. Go to some of these folks that you think are your people and tell them you're about to do something that you know is impossible and see how many of them say the following. I believe you can do that. I promise you, if it's 10 of them, only 2 of them will probably say that. The other 8 will do this.
I'm gonna say one.
Man, I don't know, dog. Oh man, that sound man. You sure about that?
I'm gonna say one, Joe.
I mean, come on. Just think about it. Go to somebody and say something. I'm going to listen. I got to bring this girl on, and I'm going to try to bring her on in a couple of weeks. This young lady woke up one morning, $175,000 in debt, looked at her partner and said, we're going to get this all paid off in 9 months. Said her partner's eyebrows rose up and said, okay. He said, I just need you to keep saying just what you just said. Don't ask me how. It's not gonna be illegal, but we gonna pay this. And it got paid off. You gotta have people who, when you say something that I'm gonna move this mountain, my faith say I'm gonna move this mountain. You gotta have people that look at you and say, they spirit might go, that little fear might jump on them, and they might be, oh, okay. Them your people. And guess what? You don't need a lot of them to move the mountain. You know, I keep going to this book, man. Hey, think about them Spartans. It only was 300 against a million Persians. They held them back. In the end, guess what? We all got to die. The question is, are you going to die standing on your feet doing what you love? Or are you going to die on your knees doing what they want you to do? Either way, you got to go. Question is, how you leaving? Brother Bowtie.
Yeah. You know what? And to add to that, Joe, we need to go into that basement or or that room that one want to go in or that shrine. Pretty much we need to clean house. And what I mean by that, I don't mean really clean house. We have people around us that we just want to have around because we're assuming in our mind that, hey, they safe, hey, they family, hey, they this. Man, if these people don't rock with you, if they don't support you, start cleaning house. Joe, I got a phone call yesterday by my little brother, who is one of my trusted sources. I know my little brother ain't gonna lie to me because I got to protect him my whole life.
Mhm.
I've been protecting him this far. But
Right,
he said,
right.
"Hey, man, there's a family member got an issue with you." I said, "Yeah, Joe." I ain't even called a family member and said what your issue is. I cleaned the house because I was already aware of the issue 2 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay. I said, let me see if he gonna approach me. But my little brother called me. I said, I ain't even gonna give it an inch. You wanna know how I clean house, Joe? I
Now,
blocked his phone number, deleted him off all my social media pages. Hey, I'm gonna stay out your way. You gonna stay out my way. We don't even need to see each other. Clean house
I'm
is
gonna
not only
help
for
you. Hold it.
family.
I'm gonna help protect my peace
Mm-hmm.
because I don't even need. Guess what? It's nothing wrong with telling some folk you get bye bye,
Mm-hmm.
bye
Yeah.
bye. You
Yeah.
you don't bring nothing in my life but drama, nothing but issues, nothing but smoke. Every time I talk to you, you talk. Listen, folk who will talk to you about everybody will talk to other folks about you.
About you, yeah. And sometimes we don't want to get rid of them because they family. We don't want to get rid of because we've been friends with them for 40 or 50 years. We don't want to get rid of them because they helped us out one time when we was in high school. Like, man, listen here. If they're not beneficial today, because you live in the day to plan for tomorrow. You're not living
Mm.
the day to plan for yesterday because you can't go back to yesterday. So how are you beneficial in my life for tomorrow, not yesterday? Because 9 out of 10, if there's a drama, there's an issue, it's about something from yesterday or something from past. As I say, stop bringing up old shit. What
Listen,
they said on Lion King,
mm.
boom, Akuna Matata. Don't worry. You know,
Right, right. Y'all, listen, I woke up this morning to tell y'all, listen, it gonna be okay. Okay, okay, guess what? Especially with us black and brown folks, it's 25 minutes past. Watch this. How many of us, let me start with me. Let me raise my hand. How many of us, for no reason at all, not because you wasn't doing what you were supposed to do, just because somebody didn't like you, lost the job, got fired. Baby, we are the kings and the queens of the bounce back. Baby, I didn't got listen. Folk who know me, especially Alethea. Alethea live in the area I live in. Folk who know me, I ran into a lady yesterday, said, baby, I sure missing hearing your voice on the radio. Now I used to be shamed. And I used to sit there and kind of put my head down and be like, well, God got better things. No, I got betrayed by my own people and I got fired. But guess what? God had my own radio platform for me. And I'm doing just fine. No, I might not be as popular in the area I live as I used to be because people in my area don't hear me on the radio every morning. But I own my own digital radio station now, which is coming and making good revenue. So the question is, do you want to be popular or do you want to be prosperous? God had to put me in a place and say, hey, bro, if you want to be popular, I'll put you in a place where you're popular. You won't be prosperous.
mm,
So many times we trying to be seen. I ain't trying to be seen. I ain't trying to be heard. I want people to feel me because how you make people feel is what they remember. Half of them won't remember how you looked, nor will they remember what you said, but they damn sure will know how you made them feel. And when people see me, I like it when they say, man, you made me feel good. You made me feel like I was somebody. Because that's what I try to do. I don't want to be heard or seen. I want to be felt. I want to be
Facts.
felt. Go ahead, Alethea.
Facts. I've said this from the beginning. Like me, for me doing what I do, I never started this for numbers. I never started this for people to like me. I never started this to go viral. I started this because I wanted to impact other people that felt like me. And I didn't want anybody else to feel like I felt. So, because I didn't have a me in my life. So I wanted to be for other people what nobody was for me. That was my whole mission. That was my whole goal for doing what I do. Like I don't really care about the numbers. The like numbers are gonna come. I don't really care about the money because God said that He would provide. So it's just me doing what I do because at one point in at one point in my life, I thought that because I was at a certain, I was being held to a certain standard that now I needed to be seen, that now I needed to be out there because people put it in my head that this is what I needed because now I'm at a certain level. And I fell for the trap, wasted thousands of dollars
Mm,
trying to be seen, not realizing that I didn't have to do any of that because me being seen didn't get more money in my pocket. Me
mm,
being seen did not change anything. It was just that me being seen, but it didn't change my way of a life. But that impact that I make on people means more to me than out here being seen. I would rather this is my reward because I was out there being seen for what? For what? To prove a point to who? Because oftentimes we try to prove a point to people that can afford us anyway.
Mm.
They cannot afford us anyway. Like you are trying to prove a point to people who cannot afford you, and then what ends up happening is that you put yourself on clearance to try to accommodate these people that could never afford you anyway. I don't have to advertise who I am for people to know who I am. Okay, case in point, when was the last time that you seen a Bentley commercial? When was the last time that you seen a Lamborghini commercial?
Thank you
When
for
was the
calling.
last time that you saw a Rolls Royce commercial? You won't, because they don't have to put themselves out there. They don't have to be seen for people to know who and what they are, because they don't want just any old body around them. They want the right people to drive their cars. They want the right people, and it's people who can't afford it. But what you people need to understand is that each and every one of you in here watching, that is listening to my voice, you are in fact a luxury. So why are you trying to dim your light to put yourself on clearance for people who cannot afford you? That's not how that works, love, at all. So stop being budget betties around here and keep your standards high and stop worrying about the people that don't have them coins. Oh wait, we can't hear you, Joe.
It's 31 minutes past the hour. And guess who I need to bring in to the building? I'm bringing him in a different way today. Y'all get ready for my man Elijah Nixon, because Elijah's in the building. He's via phone today with sports. Elijah,
Good morning.
where you at, man?
Good
Wait,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We good.
We all
What's
right,
up,
man.
Smooth?
Yeah.
Elijah, did you hear me do your
I'm
sports yesterday?
You heard what he said yesterday,
No.
Elijah?
No, because I'm back on the road again. I couldn't watch it. I'm on the road to Tennessee again. But what you say?
I said I came here on behalf of Elijah to do the sports. Miami Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
He said Dolphins
The first time?
to the Super Bowl.
I did my
Like,
best
go
to
ahead.
hold you down, Elijah.
I appreciate that. But going in the sports news with y'all, and I know y'all hit a little bit on it. So Shannon Sharp being cut by ESPN.
Yeah.
What only one black man can do. I'm applying for the job. Because there ain't no way to tell myself that if he can get it, I can get it too. And ESPN, I'm going to tell you right now, I already got it, girl. You ain't got to worry about me going around. Only
Elijah said he already got a woman. So Elijah, where you at in Tennessee right now? Are you at the camp? Are you at the Vols camp? Where you at? What you doing?
Oh, yeah, we got ball camp. Their practice starts at 8:50 in the morning. So my job, I got to do it back-to-back days because one lady's on vacation and the other one, she's covering me for the weekend. So the days are the 8:50 in the morning. So today my story is going to be about the offensive line. I did Joey Aguilar yesterday.
Okay. I need you to get some of them Tennessee players, man, and bring them on here. Just tell them we gonna show them some love. Tell them, give me a little something.
We're gonna talk off camera about that one because let me just tell you something. I had quit a little bit when I asked that man that question yesterday, the SID, and I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, listen, man, I know that you used to getting like one-on-ones in Louisiana, but this is not Louisiana. My eyes quit. So he was like, I don't mean it like that. I said, okay. I'm gonna tell you something right now. So hinder me doing my job, my brother.
I understand. See, hey, I get I know how they operate around that neck of the woods. See, and then they need to start asking themselves why they ain't got championships like they used to. See, one thing I can say about Louisiana, like I say about Florida, folk know how to put their people out there and make you get geeked up on their people, because when your fans are geeked up on your people, and you geeked up on your people begin to get geeked up. See, a lot of folks didn't understand when Coach Prime started talking all that noise. Coach Prime said, wait a minute. I mean, y'all don't love these boys enough to put their name on the back of the jersey? Ain't nothing like a mom or a pop sitting in the stand and forget they know their baby number. They know their last name. Sometimes you got to change your way of doing things to get what you need to get from the fans. Because when the fans get behind the team and the team begin to believe, that's when they begin to win. Y'all might need to think about that in the great state of Tennessee. We got more letters because we more better. So get that stanky thinking out y'all head. And guess what? Use some of the stuff that Louisiana folk been doing and Florida folk been doing to get winning titles. Because Tennessee, outside of basketball and baseball, y'all been lacking a little bit when it come down to that pigskin. I'm just saying.
But watch this, though, Joe. You want to hear something funny? Another thing the guy told me was, I don't know if he's going to want to do the interview. The guy, I don't know if he want to do the interview because he don't really give out star players to your station because you're not partnered really with him. So if he want to do it, that's up to him. Let him know he knows. Who is a star player yet? He knows. It's Terrence Cousins. He's on the phone already. You already tell me they can't get this guy because you don't want me to get him. Just say that. Don't say, oh, if you want to do it, I talk to him on the phone. It's Terrence Cousins.
It ceases to amaze me, Elijah, and your reception where you at ain't the best. But I'm gonna say this: it ceases to amaze me how other folk try to control your destiny. They try to control where they want you to go. So folk who understand that all they'll ever be like, because I was an SID. I've been an SID. I've been an assistant AD. I worked in collegiate sports at HBCU levels. Now, I haven't been at a great university like the University of Tennessee. And if you go back and check the record, back in 1985, when I graduated high school, I had a full scholarship to go to the University of Tennessee. But I was so uncomfortable going to Tennessee at that time because, of course, the city I was raised up in, a small country town, I needed to see some of my melanated folks. So I declined Tennessee and made my way to Lane College. Okay. Wind up leaving Lane, going to Maryland. However, made my way back to the HBCU life, of course, at Grambling State. Let me just say this, y'all. Listen, Elijah, you're going to be great in their face, as Alethea say. And one day, I keep telling you, it's going to be dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Watch this. When you get on ESPN, Alethea going to have her own talk show, and you're going to be sitting in her couch talking about, there was I might not even be here then. I might be gone to glory, but you're going to say, you remember that old brother Joe Dupree with the beard? Was all funny. We used to be on this little podcast in the morning, because that's what they call it, my little podcast. Guess what? Keep on calling it little. And guess what? If you need to make it little to make you happy, it will be little. But guess what? To some folk, it is the catapult to make it big. I just saying. Brother Elijah, I know you got to do your thing, man. Look, it's 37 minutes past the hour. Give me some closing words as I let you go, man. And tell me tomorrow going to be Friday, bro. You going to call in tomorrow? You going to be in tomorrow?
No, I will go ahead and give you closing words. I will be there tomorrow because I'm off my vacation start. But I am going to start my vacation off on the morning, still with Joe and everyone. But I just want to say, you guys have a great day. For the most part, keep holding it down. Just don't give out no more false information about those Miami Dolphins. So you keep holding down, Lethea. See you, Jack. If you're in there, I see you, Jack. And I can't wait to see you guys face to face tomorrow because we're gonna talk about that Shannon Sharp thing. Sure.
Okay, we're gonna hold Shay. We're gonna hold Club Shay off till tomorrow. That is my man Elijah Nixon with sports. Y'all give it up for him. He out there grinding. You can call in. Yeah, we take you all kind of ways. You ain't got to necessarily be on the screen. We here to elevate, motivate, inspire. Yeah, we at a whole new place. While folks
I don't
just
like that he
talking.
don't trust. I don't like that he don't trust me to do sports. He said I gave out false information, Joe.
38 minutes. 38 minutes past the hour. You know what? Alethea has started something. Alethea said, "Be great in their face."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the first time I heard Alethea say that, man, I couldn't do nothing but smile because that was big. That was big because sometimes you got to be you, and you ain't got to dim your light to make other folks shine. Guess what? I love when light walk in the room. That means the room is more illuminated now. I ain't dimming my light. I want more. If you got a brighter light than my light and you walk in the room, guess what? We got more light in the room now. Now we can see everything. Roaches ain't got nowhere to hide. They're like, oh. You know as soon as the light come on, you know that's what they do. Oh.
I didn't know Alethea can preach. She need to add that to her title. Girl,
Come on now.
You had me zoomed in. I was like, man, okay. I hear you. I wish I had a belt. I would have been ding donking the whole entire time.
It's just based on things that I go through and I have lived through in my life because I used to be somebody that would dim my light a lot because I thought that is what I needed to do in order for the people to shine. And one day, I think it was last year or the year before, where what is always hot here, but I went outside during the summertime, and when I tell you, as soon as I walked outside, the sun was just beaming on me. Like as soon as I walked outside, and I was hot, and the sun was disrespectful. It did not care how hot I was. It did not care how uncomfortable I was. It did not care what type of day I was having. The sun's purpose is to shine, and it did not need permission from me in order to shine. The sun was doing what it was supposed to do. So if the sun does not need permission to shine, why should you? Why should you? You do not need permission to shine your light. And one thing that was brought to me yesterday was the sun never stops shining. The sun never stops shining. And what I mean by that is even though we see the sun rise and the sun set, when it sets over here, it rises somewhere else. So when it sets over here, it rises somewhere else. So your light continues to shine. People just experience your light at different times, but your light always shines. So never think that you have to dim your light because you don't. People will always see your light, but they will just experience that light at different times because the sun never stops shining.
Man, that girl just said a word, and the word that y'all missed in all of it is that the sun continuously shine. It's just the world be turning. See, that's y'all problem right there. Y'all let the world turning make y'all feel like the sun stopped shining. It didn't stop shining. Your world just be turning. And see, that's why you got to understand what season you're in. See, a lot of you don't get the season. See, some seasons ain't gonna be sun shining because world be turning. As long as the world be turning, the sun gonna rise and the sun gonna set. Not because the sun rises and set, it's because the world is turning. See, you got to adjust your mindset to understand this, that it is happy hour somewhere right now because the world be turning. See, it's somebody somewhere is getting ready to go to sleep, and somebody somewhere is getting ready to wake up. Whatever they doing, wherever they doing it at, all I tell them is you better do it to the best of your ability. Because Alethea said something else that bless my soul. You live every day. Better make the best of this day while you got it. Because you can't change what happened yesterday, and you don't know what happened tomorrow. All you got is right here and right now. And it's time to go get it. Go get it. Wake up with the mindset, today I'm going to get it. I ain't going to worry about it. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get myself settled first in my own mind and spirit, in my own good body. I'm going to settle myself, and I'm going to tell my good self, today going to be okay. Because if you wake up and the first words out your mouth is, oh, you just set the tone for your whole day. Why don't you wake up? Why don't you wake up and take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. Let's go get it. I win today.
We do set the tone for our entire day. As soon as I wake up, doesn't matter how I wake up. I give myself a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and when I get to that one, both feet are on the ground, and I am up. And I have sticky notes all over my mirror, because my mirror is the first thing I see, because when I get up, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to brush my teeth, wash my face. The first thing I see is those sticky notes telling me who I am and what type of day I'm going to have. Because what people do not understand, that anything that you, and it is a scientific fact, look it up. Anything that you say after I am, your subconscious mind believes, even if you don't. So anything that you say after I am, and you keep saying it over and over and over and over, you are going to believe this. So I have sticky notes all over my mirror telling me who I am, and I say it out loud, because that is the key, to say it out loud each and every day. How I know this to be true, and how I know that this works. We are all old enough to remember in 1999, they told us that in the year 2000, the world was going to come to an end, and we kept hearing it over and over and over. Media was saying it, radio was saying it. We read it. We kept hearing it over and over. So our minds believed this. So on December 31st, we was in Walmart buying all the breads, all the canned goods, all the waters, because we was waiting for January 1st on 2000. In our minds, the world was going to come to an end. We are in 2025.
It don't
we
stop
are in
until
2025 and we are still here. But the reason that we did all these things is because we kept hearing it over and over and over again. So therefore we believed it. It was programmed into our brain. So just think, if you told yourself who you were each and every day out loud over and over and over and over and over again, watch how your walk is going to change. Watch how your talk is going to change. Watch how your attitude is going to change, because you keep saying out loud, because you were not born thinking negatively of yourself. Somebody kept telling you over and over again who you were not. It's your job to tell yourself who you are.
Woo!
Even right now in my office, I have a wall, and it says "you are." And it tells me everything that I am.
Come on now.
Everywhere I go, I tell myself who I am, because when you know who you are, nobody has to tell you who you are.
That part.
This is the First Baptist Church of Alethea's A&M Where is the communion, Joe? Joe,
Hold
today,
it. We
Joe,
hold it.
Joe, no
Hold it.
disrespect,
Now,
Joe,
hey, watch
but this
this.
is Alethea show today, Joe.
Hey, and I'm giving it to her. And guess what? Unlike other places and other churches, we ain't gonna pass the plate. We don't have to. See, you'd be surprised how folk will go back and watch these things. I had a person call and ask me that, man, why don't you solicit for sponsor? I mean, I don't have to do that. God make a way for me. And hold it. My gift make room for me. Alethea gift make room for her. Your gift make room for you, Brother Bowtie. Guess what? Brother Bowtie simply says, look, at the end of the show, Brother Bowtie says, if you want to support me, go to bowtie.com or Bowtie Untied. Hey, support the brother. Listen, I'm here to tell you, support Alethea. I'm here to tell you, support Brother Bowtie. I'm here to tell you, support Elijah, support Sister Jax, support Sean P. I'm here that whoever come on here, I'm going to tell you to support them because I'm that type dude. I don't come up with jazzy names and call me this, call me that. I know who I am. Conjunction, junction. Watch your phone. Looking up phrases and making them function. Come on now.
Yes, our gift will make room for us, but one thing about it, you don't have to make room in a space that belongs to you. You don't have to make room in a space that belongs to you.
This is Alethea show today, for real. Say that one more again, Alethea. You don't hold it. See, y'all trying to put tables, make tables, sit at tables, have tables. You don't listen. I don't have to make room for a space that was custom tailored for me. Guess what? You can try to put on all my custom tailored suits all you want to. They ain't gonna fit you. They especially made for me. That's why I can't give them away. That's why when folks ask me, right? When folk ask me, why don't you give some of them suits away? Why? Who gonna fit them? There's only one Joe Dupree. God only made one me. I don't have a twin brother. We got twins in my family. I think they probably can wear the same clothes, and I'm not sure can they wear the same clothes when it's custom because they might be a little bit off on sizes, just a little bit. They look the same in the face
because it's custom made for you. And oftentimes we want to sit at tables that were not made for us. That those tables were meant for somebody else, and we was only supposed to sit at those tables for a limited time, because once you finish eating, once you finish getting all that you need from that table, you don't sit in that restaurant and stay all day. Once you finish eating, you get up because your time is over with. So you are only supposed to sit at that table for a little while, because you have the tools, you have the power, you have the wood, you have everything that you need to create the table yourself. But the issue is you don't want to put in that work to build that table because you feel like building that table for yourself would be too hard. But it's your own table. It is for you, and then other people will sit at your table.
And listen, from yesterday's story about the young lady in Slidell, Louisiana, that got arrested with a $9.5 million business. That's how much her business made between 2020 and 2024. I like to share this story once again, just to encourage some of you out there. Stop making billion-dollar businesses with impoverished mindsets. Stop doing it. Stop reaching the mountaintop, and when you get there, your mindset is still in an impoverished state. Because when you make that type of money, your mindset should be elevated to that type of wealth. You shouldn't be sitting there making that type of money in that short amount of time, but something tells you, I need to go get a Medicaid card. I need to go get an EBT card. Stop that. Joey. Let the government be the government and let them services stay over there. You are now a multi-millionaire, and you walking around still talking about EBT. You still talking about trap bingo. You still talking about all this. You still trying to stay in the hood. You have elevated out the hood, but you still trying to stay in the hood with a hood mindset.
Because your mindset is small, and you still thinking small. And when you think small, then small is what you are going to receive. When
You're
when
gonna be in
when,
a small
when you
cell.
yeah. Right. When you thinking small, everything around you is going to be small. But if you thinking big, if you manifest big, then big is what you will get, because thinking small is going to kill you. It may not kill you physically, but thinking small is going to kill your dreams, kill your hopes, kill your passion, kill your peace. Thinking small is going to kill you. And I choose to be alive. The reason why I get what I get and do what I do is because I do not have all this money. I do not have it. But when I walk, I look like money. When I talk like money.
Mm.
When I present myself like I am a millionaire. So therefore, people want me around. I have sat at tables that other people can only dream of. And sometimes I don't have $1 to my name, but the way I present myself, I put myself in a position. Sometimes you have to put yourself in a position, because nobody's going to choose you because you're not in the position for people to choose you. So put yourself in a position to be chosen.
The doors of the church are open. If you need salvation right now,
No,
hold on,
because this
hold
is
on, hold
my
on, hold on,
wheelhouse. Like,
hold
y'all
on,
I'm
hold
going to
on,
buy a bell today.
hey,
Today I'm gonna buy a
hey,
bell.
hey, brother Bowtie. The doors of the church are open. If you should need salvation, if this might be your time right now, somebody listen. I'm gonna do it like, hold it. I'm not trying to mock these folks. I highly believe in the Most High. I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But right now, somebody might need to touch their screen, literally,
Mhm.
and feel that energy that Alethea just brought out. Because this might be your time where through Alethea, higher power is speaking and positioning you today. Just believe. That's all I need you to do today. I just need you to do one simple. This is your first step into your best day. I need
yes,
you to start today just to believe. You ain't got to post that you believe. You ain't got to tell nobody you believe. You just got to say it to yourself. I believe that whatever it is that was holding me down, that chain is broken. I
right
believe,
now.
I believe that I can move forward and I can be the best me I could ever be. I believe that my days that are coming are better than the days that have left behind me. And no matter how many days those are, I'm going to have them days in peace and prosperity. You start speaking that every morning and watch what happens. Watch how things begin to move and how they begin to shift. And guess what? You ain't got to post it. Because believe it or not, the best parts of my life don't hit social media.
Alethea, girl, I see why you got 2
You
million
ain't got to
likes on
tell nobody.
TikTok.
Sometimes you just got to keep. Okay, come on. See,
That
watch
that's
this.
that
Watch this,
that's not
family.
even like
You got
I
Nah,
just
you
like
And that's just you being you. Hold it.
that
Wait, you
that
didn't go seeking that. You just,
that's just
that's
me
her
being
being, see,
who I am.
yeah, you lock
hold it.
you
And
you
watch
you
this.
had me locked in the algorithm about 2 days ago. I literally I was on your page for like 45 minutes. I say, what I'm
Right.
doing? Like I'm on social media
Okay.
too much.
But what? No. But bow tie, watch this though. That's why when folk come to me, I didn't have folk come to me and say, man, I see you got a No. I ain't got Alethea. Alethea got an invitation. That's why I wake up every morning and do this. And if Alethea shows up, I feel privileged and honored to have such a mogul be a part of what I'm doing because it's just me. You know what? And that's why I don't have a problem. Now Alethea will tell you, Joe old country dove, old black boy from Tennessee, he act possum on you. He'll be over there in the corner like, oh me, I'm just old Joe. But Joe walk into some rooms and folk be like, hey, that's Dupree right there. That's my man. That's my man. Because she was with me in New Orleans. And it was like, Joe know how to yes. This my room here, baby. This my room here. But guess what? This room, I'm turning this room over to you because my days are, see, like Alethea said, you go to a restaurant, you don't live at the restaurant. You go eat your meal, you get up and leave until the next time you decide to go back to that restaurant. And if you have good rapport at that restaurant, as soon as you walk in the door, guess what they say? Senor, hey, what table do you want, sir? See, that's
Because
how I
Do you want
am.
the same waitress? Do you want the same host? Do you want the same chef?
Right. Hold on. That's who I
because
am.
just your mere presence, just your mere presence, like when you know who you are and when you own who you are, just your mere presence will set people off in the right way. And Joe said that he loved my mantra, be great in their face. What people do not know is most of what I say comes from a biblical background. Be great in their face came from, I was sitting in church, because everybody has haters, and haters stand for having anger towards everybody reaching success. That is what haters stand for, having anger towards everybody reaching success. You are on another level. This is why you have haters. And I used to feel some type of way because people was always hating on me, and people would always have something to say, and I felt like I could not be great because my haters kept holding me down. Then one day I went to church and they said a scripture about a table. Baby, when I tell you that table changed my mindset, because God said, I will seat you at a table in the presence of your enemies. And then I was thinking, why would you seat me at a table with people that do not like me? Because he wants them to watch you eat. He wants them to watch you win. So that was called being great in their face. Because then I will turn around and make them same enemies, them same haters that talk about you, I will make them your footstool. So that's why you have to be great in their face each and every day, because they are expecting you to fail, but you are going to win, and they're gonna watch you eat, and they're gonna watch you eat, because that is what haters do. So be happy that you have haters, because when you have haters, that means that you are doing something right, and they are angry, having anger towards everybody reaching success.
Alethea, Brother Bowtie, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna make you laugh. I sit here and I made a post last weekend about it. You know, the sincerity of some of the pleas that I see on social media. Oh, woe is me. This happened, that happened. And not saying some of these things didn't happen, these folks don't need help. But you come to find out after you dig a little bit deeper, a lot of folks just giving sob stories because they made bad decisions. Let me show you how my God works while Alethea talking. You can go through each one of these community conversation, hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live. I've been doing this once again, while other folks were not even thinking about it. I literally been doing this, and I looked at it. I have been going on Facebook Live, doing live broadcasts, podcasts, and talking points for the last 10 years. For the last 10 years. You can go back on my social media 10 years ago. I was on social media while nobody else was talking about the issue. You can never see me once go on social media and say, send me $1, $5, $10, send me this, send me that. But I walk into rooms, just like I walked into a room a couple of days ago, and a man looked at me and said, hey man, good to see you. I have somebody that needs an urban voice, and I was wondering who I could use. What's your price? I asked him, what is it for? What's the company? What they need? He told me. I said, let me look at it. I'll have you a price within 24 hours. I sent him a price with a contract. Contract got signed. The price got accepted, and I'm moving forward. That price covers some people's salary for the year. Don't tell me what my God won't do. God, that's why I don't do what other folks do. See, some of y'all try to imitate folks. Y'all see a person on here doing comedy, all of a sudden you want to do comedy. If they can do it, I can do it too. Did you go to God and ask God, was that what you're supposed to do? Is that what God had you do? Because guess what? I do what God told me to do, and I don't worry about what other folks do. If they listen, if you Country Wayne and you doing Country Wayne numbers, I'm clapping for you. Because that's Country Wayne. If you Bubba Dub and you doing Bubba Dub numbers, I'm clapping. If you Shay Shay and you doing Shay Shay, I'm clapping. I'm gonna do exactly what God told me to do because my God provides. While you over there going, I don't see how you keep doing that because I don't, but see, go to a wealthy neighborhood and tell me how many Bentleys you really see. A wealthy neighborhood, not okay. There's a difference between a wealthy neighborhood and a rich neighborhood, because what a lot of you don't know is these folks that y'all look at and call them rich, who driving the Bugattis and driving the Lamborghinis, them things are rented. That's why red flags
Least.
Hold it. Those are leased and rented. That's why red flags go up when all of a sudden you start buying those things, because wealthy folks don't buy stuff like that. They buy houses, they buy property, they buy land, they don't buy cars. So when you start going and putting your name on luxury cars and you ain't leasing or renting, folk look at you kind of strange, like, okay, you must not be who you say you are. That's why they start looking into your business, because you can't get into prosperity with a poverty mindset and start making poverty moves, because people start paying real close attention to it, because they know how the
But
wealthy move and operate.
I love when people try to copy me, and I say try for a reason. I listen. If as a teacher, as a former teacher, this is something that I notice and I know for a fact. When I make a copy of an original,
Mm.
every time I start to copy it, the copies lose a little bit of color. The copies lose a little bit of print. The copies lose a little, because you can never make it like the original. So you can try to be a carbon copy of what you see, but you're not gonna never be as vivid as the original. You're gonna lose something each and every time that you try to copy it, because it's something that it has that you do not have, and that's something that you can never copy or imitate or duplicate.
Mm.
And that's what people do not understand. Like you can try to make a carbon copy, but you will never be as bright as the original.
Mm. Well, hey, brother Bowtie shaking, brother Bowtie. She a monster today. Hold on.
Yeah.
Say
I'm
something.
saying,
Say something. Please say something.
Hey, if you want to purchase a part of her hair, we selling it right now for $100. Send your prayer in. We'll send you a piece of Lethal hair. Call 1-800.
Hey, for real, we gonna start doing the Alethea prayer cloth. We gonna
screaming.
hold it.
I am
We gonna say,
screaming.
I'm gonna do this, Bowtie. We gonna go buy some nice fabric. You gonna go ahead and sew the edges, and we gonna say, Alethea, touch this cloth. Hey, watch this. This is gonna make you laugh, Bowtie. I'm really, now listen, this is for joking and entertainment purposes only, because somebody with me saying this is gonna literally inbox me or call me and say, man, I really want one of them Alethea cloths. I want one of them Alethea cloths. Yeah, hey, look, I know you were joking, but I need you. Listen, y'all. If God said that and it hits Alethea spirit, we will definitely do it. And Alethea, we will help promote it and push it. But family,
I
we
would
just
never
saying
do that.
see, because the reason I say that is, man, I'm sitting here and yesterday, I literally watched.
The comments is very active today. Alethea,
Yeah,
you on fire
hey,
today.
you on fire. Hey, I saw seven lives yesterday, and each one of them lives, somebody asked for money. And don't get me wrong, I get it, but I'm like, okay, what if social media wasn't here? What if you didn't have this platform, and what happened? You couldn't ask for this money. How would you make it? See, I take all the factors out and say, show me how you would make it if all these things didn't exist. And if you have a plan to make it without all these things existing, then you might have some validity to your call. But some of you just know that there are gullible people out there that you can say anything to, and they gonna sow into what you say so into. Some of y'all are not prophesying, y'all prophesying. Oh, I had to say it.
Yeah.
Y'all not prophesying.
Joe,
Y'all
you just called
prophesying.
out. Joe, you just called out 90% of the church, Joe.
I don't care who you are, what spiritual set you come from. A lot of you ain't prophesying, y'all prophesying. And here's the truth about it. A lot of y'all, all y'all doing is y'all listen to Dave Ramsey. Y'all listen to a lot of these professional leadership coaches, and y'all came up and put a little spiritual spin on it because all you did was got with ChatGPT and copied their formula and put a little spirituality in it and threw it out there. And all of a sudden now you a spiritual leader. You know, come on, fam. Listen, I'm not playing with God's people like that. I'm just not, because all you trying to do is be popular on a temporary plane. Because if you truly believe what this say, this listen, I have an expiration date on this side. There's not an expiration date on the other side. And guess what? If I got to have, I'd rather have a Yugo or be on Ike and Mike. Ike and Mike's is my feet. I'd rather be on my feet and in a Yugo or a beat up car on this side to have a real mansion and a real means of vehicle on the other side where I'm in glory forever. See, some of y'all too busy trying to impress folks on this side. I just say it. Y'all not prophesying, y'all prophesying. Y'all prophesying. Some of y'all do have spiritual gifts. Hey, watch Sinners. Oh, I heard some evangelicals talk about, oh, you can't watch Sinners. You got to watch what you let come into your house. Well, baby, hold on. Let me ask y'all something. All of us got here by a process of an individual making love to somebody. Were y'all listening to Marvin Sapp while y'all were making love? Were y'all listening to Never Would Have Made It? Were y'all listening?
I would hope not.
I'm just asking, since some of y'all are so spiritual, some of y'all are so, Lord have mercy. Praise the Lord. Give me G. Hey, what were y'all listening? Were y'all listening to the Clark sisters while y'all were making love? You brought the sunshine. I'm just asking. Stop that. See,
They
that's
said
what I'm getting.
to the Staples. I want to do it again.
Hold it. I'm telling. Hold it. Stop
You
that. Stop. Hold it. Watch it, Bowtie. Stop being so holy out in front of everybody, but back home behind closed doors, you on Pornhub every day. Stop that. I'm gonna call you out. And you can talk about me all you want to. The truth is still the truth, no matter where the truth come from.
Joe, I want to say something about this situation. Let's go, if we go back a little bit, about the young lady in Louisiana with the food stamps and Lamborghini. I'm listening to you say that she made $9 million last year.
No, between 2020 and 2024, the cumulative, her business.
So in 4 years, she made $9 million.
9.5 with the businesses she owned, because she owned multiple businesses. Yes.
Okay. Now, Joe, what's interesting, and I'm going to educate a lot of black people on what to do with their money right now. If you got money, Joe, do you know it only takes $300,000 to start a credit union?
Come on.
And a credit union is pretty much a bank. I'm trying to figure out what in her ignorant ass mind told her, hey, let me continue getting food stamps and scamming the government instead of saying, hey, let me go build my own goddamn store. Let me go build my own goddamn bank. Let me build my own damn farm. Joe. Nigga shit, excuse my French, nigga shit. Some of us we can't feel sorry for. Some of us we really can't feel sorry for.
Listen, she wanted to be hood fabulous. That's why she got a, did you see the green Lamborghini that she purchased? She went and got a BBL and a green Lamborghini, and on the same day she purchased the BBL, the same day she purchased the green Lamborghini, and whatever transition for the BBL went through is the same day she went and renewed. Hold on. She was already, hold it. Chances are better than good they were going to catch her anyway. How they caught her was she went and renewed. It's like, I've been doing this, because people who are on government services understand you have to every year renew. they go back and review and say, okay, are you still in the same impoverished situation that you were last year? Because if things have changed and you've came out of that, now, once again, let me say this. The government is far from being perfect. It is 12 minutes past the hour. We're going to stay just a little bit longer if y'all can. But the government is nowhere perfect, because it is sad to me that people who need Medicaid, who need food stamps, normally can't get it, because the government and the doorkeepers of government funding will look at them and say the following: well, you make too much. This kills me. It's not fair to the people, because guess what? I know folk out there that know folk that get grant funding, who get block funding, who get all kind of government funding, not because they so much deserve it. It's because they know the right senator, House of representative, they know the right person in government, and they buddy with them, or they have promised them, oh, I'll help these people vote for you and keep you in office. You got to understand how this stuff works. It don't always go to the people who have earned it or the people who deserve it. I know, I worked in government. That's probably why everybody was very happy when Josh Guillory lost and I got out of government. Because me, 4 years of government, I would have probably said, no, this ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't how we do this. But no, y'all want people in there to influence, to help keep your money right. That's why I got to say this at 14 minutes past the hour. Y'all better start paying attention who y'all put in office. And stop putting your friends and your relatives in office. I get it. You put your friends and relatives in office because when you start that business, you want your friend or relative who has access to that government money to give you that free government money where you ain't got to use your money. So you walking around here acting like you balling out of control, when the truth about it is you ain't nothing but a welfare Bob or Betty too. Because you getting government funded. That ain't your money you put up there. That's my taxpayer money you put up there. You got the nerve to look down at me. You using my money. You didn't use your own money. But we ain't gonna talk about that, because them secrets we don't need to let out. Because if I let out a list right now of folks in my area that done applied for grants and got grants, you would be like, well, I thought that was their money. No, that ain't their money. That's your money. That's your taxpayer dollars that help fund their business or their dreams. And they got the nerve to talk down and tell you don't pursue yours. They don't want you to pursue yours because they don't want you to find out how they got theirs. I said what I said.
Yep.
We got too many political prostitutes around here. We got too many gossiping Gussies and Gusses of the ghetto. Oh, they running their mouth telling you who to vote for and who not to vote for. Here's why: because that person put $500 in their pocket, or $1,000 in their pocket, or they paid their rent or their light bill, or they did something for them or their family member and said, because I did this for you, go out there and downplay my opponent and tell everybody all the good stuff I did. Let me tell you something. Everybody did some good and some bad. Nobody's perfect.
Politics, politics.
That's it. And then got the nerve. Guess what? Here's what really killed me. Last time I checked, and you can go back and Google me on this one. Last time I checked, I got degrees hanging on the wall. I've actually got accepted and will be starting my journey next month to get another degree. If you know all these statutes and all these respive this, and I know this law here and that law there, then guess what? You missed your calling. You need to get your ass in somebody's school and get you a degree and start helping folks instead of getting on this some bitch and always talking about somebody. That's what you need to do. You need to be somewhere where people can go in and say, ma'am, I need help, or sir, I need help because this law says this and I don't know, are they misabusing me or using me? You need to be able to walk inside courtrooms and courthouses and litigate on these people's behalf. Anybody can get in here and read a revived statute. It takes somebody qualified to go in a courtroom and literally litigate that thing and argue it to the point that folks wind up bringing a change to their lives and their community, and the law is then changed. But guess what? Most of the folks running their mouth living in Section 8 housing. Been in Section 8 housing for the last, and I'm not downing nobody in Section 8 housing. Let's make that clear. But if you've been living in Section 8 housing for the last 30 years of your life, you mean in 30 years you couldn't in 30 years, and each year you have to renew? in 30 years you couldn't find a way to get your own self out of an impoverished state, that $25 rent a month is your life for 30 years?
Joe, I don't know if you remember the video that went viral about 2 months ago of a young lady. Her and her son was arguing because her son wanted to get a job to improve their lifestyle. And she cussed him out because she was trying to tell him, if you get a job, my rent gonna go up on my Section 8. So, it was a whole Facebook post, and they went out, and she was disrespecting this young man real bad. I mean, like calling him every name besides her son. And he said, and literally, Joe, he said, I'm just trying to improve our family, Mom. That's all
Yeah.
he said. But what you're saying, that it made me realize, like, with some of our people, they're comfortable in that state. They don't want to release themselves from that position. They're comfortable in that box. It's very rare that some of us make it out the box. But when you have someone encouraging you, sometimes encouraging can also seem like an insult to the person who's inside the box, because it's like, no, what's wrong with me? Like, it'll be hard, pretty much. It'll be hard for you to convince someone that, hey, you could be a millionaire if you sell this product. No, I'm comfortable selling my Yakameen soup on Bourbon Street. I ain't trying to go big. I don't need it that big. So it's just so hard, for some people can see beyond their own greatness because they just accept whatever society gave them. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Because we're living in a state of, and this is what we have to get out of as a people. And I do understand, especially us black and brown folks, we live in survival mode. That is how we live. We live in survival mode because we had to survive trauma. We had to survive pain. We had to survive grief. So we are living in survival mode, and oftentimes that's what we're taught because our parents grew up in survival mode. Their parents, so that's all that they know. So it's passed down. But when are we going to teach people to not only survive but to thrive?
See, that
That's
part.
what we need to teach ourselves. You are over surviving. You are over surviving. Now it is time to change that mindset from survive to thrive.
You
And
got
that
to
is
have
a
a shift.
choice.
They have to be a shift. See, watch this. Without always telling folks the only way you're going to get a shift in your life is show up on. How can you show up on Wednesday and Sunday and a shift come in your life? The shift has to be constant. That's almost like saying the world only turns on Wednesdays and Sunday. I want y'all to hear what I just said. Now, look, I know there's going to be some pastors, preachers, good friends of mine who probably going to be mad at me and say, oh, wait a minute, Joe, I think you stepped on some toes. Brothers, I ain't trying to mess sisters, brothers and sisters. I ain't trying to mess with your paper. But the truth is still the truth. Truth is still the truth. Some of y'all make it seem like the world only turns on Wednesdays and Sundays. Here's why. Wednesdays and Sundays help fund your Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Because guess what? If somebody came to me and said, bro, all you got to do is work Wednesday and Sunday, watch this. Somebody going to tell me, we work more than Wednesdays and Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they never see the CEO.
Hold it. I believe you. I know that you be in prayer and supplication all the time. I get that. All I got to do is do this. Okay, I get it. You forget. I too was amongst y'all for a season until I realized I ain't here because Jesus told me to be here. I'm here because y'all told me I got a gift to gab. I'm good. Y'all stay over there. I'm gonna do my thing.
But
stop letting folks talk you into stuff that you ain't supposed to be in.
What I need people to understand is that you have the power to shift the atmosphere in your life. You have the power to shift the atmosphere in your life. Just because it's raining outside does not mean that it has to rain on you, because you have the power to get you an umbrella. You have the power to get you a raincoat. So just because it looks a certain way outside does not mean that that has to be what is going on in your life. Just because it's cold outside, you have the power to shift that and put you a jacket on and make sure that you in your life is warm. So you have the power to shift the atmosphere in your own life. So will you be an atmosphere shifter, or will you just be comfortable with whatever life throws at you? Get out of that comfort zone, because the only person that's putting you in that box is you.
Right.
Mm.
Hold on. And watch this. Stop faking the funk, y'all. Stop faking the funk. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all, whatever the trend is, that's what y'all on.
Yo,
Ain't gonna
let
name
me.
no.
Alethea,
I just have to get this out, because this just came to me when I said
Come
the
on.
the box.
Come on.
One of my friends, Eric T, another radio host, he told me that at some point in his life that he thought that he had reached the ceiling of his career. He had reached the ceiling, and once you reach the ceiling, you can't go no higher. Let me tell you something about that ceiling. So when I'm looking at the ceiling, I'm looking at my ceiling right now. On top of this ceiling is a roof. On top of this roof, there is a tree. On top of this tree, there is a sky. There is a sun. There is a universe. The reason why you feel that you have to stop at the ceiling, because you still in that box.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you
Amen.
feel that this ceiling is as high as you can go, because you still have box mentality. Baby, we don't work at UPS. Get out the box.
Come on. Alethea, you
Get
own it.
get out the box.
It is
hey,
24.
Alethea, she's the CEO of Pimp and Positivity. Girl, I'm your prostitute. Pimp me right now.
Pimp me, baby. Hold it.
Girl, you
Pimp,
own it
hold it.
today, girl.
Hold it. Put us on the track and pimp us
You
out.
earned your title today, pimp. You earned your
Listen,
title today, pimping.
25 minutes past the hour. I don't need to go no further. Tomorrow is Freedom and Fun Friday. Listen, y'all, if you heard anything today, know this. We want you to be the best you. And you have to say that. I can say it to you all day. I can't want it more than you want it.
Hmm.
I can't want it more than you want it. You got to sit there and say to yourself, hey, man, I'm going to be everything I can be plus. And the moment you start saying it and acting on it, because faith without works is dead. When you start saying, begin to start moving and begin to start saying, this is it. Watch things begin to change and manifest around you. It might not happen overnight, but guess what? The Hare and the Tortoise was the best story ever told. Race don't come to the swift, it comes to them that endures to the end. With that being said, let me start off with Sister Alethea. Sister Alethea, give me some closing words and let's get up out of here.
All I have to say is be great in their face. But before you can be great in their face, you have to be great in your own. So tell yourself who you are, so nobody will ever have to tell you who you are. Be great in their face. And as always, y'all have a good day on purpose. You're welcome.
Brother Bowtie.
What it is, what it ain't, and what we gonna do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Brother Bowtie here with a message for the day. If they don't support you, motivate you, appreciate you, or inspire you, let them go. Let them go. Make room for those who do and those who's willing to support you. Have a waiting list like Section 8. Appreciate you guys. Have a lovely day. If you wish to follow me and support me, follow me at Bowtie Untied on all social media platforms. On my personal page, Antonio Cope. If you want to support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. Have a nice day.
That part, family. That part. Listen. We were going in today. It's 27 minutes past the hour. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to be out of here This is Friday Junior, better known as Turn Up Thursday. And today we turn down for what? I always close in the same manner, in the same way. Be better today. Were you? And do something today to be a blessing to somebody somewhere that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. On the behalf of Brother Bowtie, Sister Alethea Jax, Brother Sean P with the Sean P Experience, Elijah Nixon with sports, doing his thing out there at the University of Tennessee. We are hashtag Truth Be Told. JD Live. I don't know if you saw the little teaser, but next week I got a special treat from an esteemed alumnus of hashtag Truth Be Told. Community Conversation will be back for a week. All I can say is ooh-wah, ooh-wah, ooh-wah diddy. Tell me about that boy from New York City. That's all I got to say. Y'all get ready. Monday, listen, tomorrow is Freedom and Fun Friday, but y'all, we got a treat for y'all next week. Got a treat for y'all. The return of the esteemed alumnus will be back on the mic for a week as we talk about what he's got going on and we get into the conversation that elevates, motivates, and inspires. Always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Go out there and have a wonderful day. We'll be back, if the Lord says the same, tomorrow.